If you've been waiting for that perfect moment to grab everyday essentials, refresh your kitchen, stock up for the colder months ahead, or snag a few holiday-friendly foods, this is the week to walk the entire warehouse with purpose. Costco just rolled out a wave of early deals, and some of these prices hit lower than anything we've seen in months. This video breaks down the offers that actually matter, the ones that bring real convenience, real savings, and real value to your home. No fluff, no filler, just the items worth putting in your cart right now. Stick around until the end so you don't overlook anything good. And if you want to stay ahead of the next round of markdowns, take a second and hit subscribe. One of the first pre-Black Friday deals grabbing everyone's attention this week is the tiramisu dessert cups, and it's easy to see why shoppers stop the moment they pass this display. $7.99, these 6-glass cups come ready to eat straight out of the box, making them the perfect no-effort dessert for busy evenings, family dinners, or casual holiday gatherings. What makes them such a standout is the texture. The cream is light, not overly sweet, and the espresso layer adds just enough richness without feeling heavy. It's the type of dessert people like to keep on hand because it feels special without requiring any baking, prepping, or cleanup. You just pull a cup from the fridge, peel the lid, and it's ready. But here's the real value: the cups are thick, reusable glass. People love repurposing them for sauces, puddings, yogurt parfaits, meal prep, or even dipping sauces for parties. They're sturdy, dishwasher safe, and look clean and minimal on any table. So you're not just buying a dessert, you're also getting a set of practical mini glass bowls that last long after the tiramisu is gone. Compared to bakery tiramisu, which can easily run $5 or more per slice, this deal feels like a steal. And with the holidays approaching, having a low-effort dessert ready at home is something many shoppers appreciate. It's simple, elegant, and extremely convenient. Exactly the kind of Costco find that becomes a repeat purchase once you try it. If there's one item that consistently shocks people with how good it tastes for the price, it's Costco's beef short rib lasagna. This isn't your basic frozen tray with watery sauce and mystery meat. This one feels like an actual dinner, the kind you'd order from a restaurant when you want something hearty without spending too much or waiting forever. At $11.49, it hits that perfect balance of flavor, portion size, and convenience that keeps families coming back for more. What makes it stand out is the texture. Instead of ground beef, the lasagna uses tender chunks of short rib that stay juicy even after baking. The meat has a deeper, richer flavor than regular frozen lasagna, and the tomato sauce has that slow-cooked taste with just enough acidity to balance the cheese. Every layer comes out firm, not soggy, and the top gets that golden, slightly crisp finish that makes lasagna feel homemade. On busy evenings, this tray becomes your backup plan you'll be grateful to have in the fridge. You come home tired, you don't want to chop vegetables or boil water, or wash half the kitchen after dinner, so you just want something good. This tray goes straight into the oven, and in a short time, you have a full meal that feeds multiple people without sacrificing taste. It's also one of the easiest dishes to pair with quick sides. A simple salad, some garlic bread, or even just roasted vegetables instantly turns it into a complete dinner. And because each slice holds together well, serving it actually feels clean and effortless. No messy scooping, no collapsing layers. For families, this lasagna is both a time saver and a money saver. For single shoppers, it becomes multiple meals throughout the week. And for holiday weeks, when people want comfort food without extra work, it's one of the items that tends to disappear fast from the prepared food section. If you want something warm, filling, and genuinely satisfying without spending more than a few dollars per serving, this is one of the safest Costco picks on the list. Another comfort food favorite that's showing up strong in this week's lineup is the chicken pot pie, and it's easily one of the most reliable cold weather dinners Costco carries. For $8.99, it's one of those items that feels almost too convenient for the price, especially on nights when you walk in the door exhausted and need something warm, filling, and ready with almost zero effort. The crust is the first thing people notice. It bakes into a golden, flaky layer that tastes homemade, not cheap or overly dense. Once you cut into it, the filling underneath is exactly what you want on a cold evening. A thick, creamy sauce loaded with chicken pieces, vegetables, and that classic savory flavor that instantly feels comforting. It's the kind of dish where each bite has that warm, cozy richness that reminds you of something slow-cooked, even though all you did was slide it into the oven. What makes this pot pie such a smart buy is how well it feeds a household. It comes out of the oven firm and sliceable, not watery. So a single tray can easily handle a family dinner without needing extra sides. And if you're someone who likes leftovers, this reheats surprisingly well without losing texture. For busy evenings, guests dropping by, or nights when you just want something simple that still feels like a real meal, this one hits every mark. You get home, preheat the oven, and by the time you've changed clothes or finished a quick task, dinner is already halfway there. At under $9, it's one of the clearest examples of an everyday value item. Affordable, satisfying, and reliable whenever you need a no-stress dinner that tastes far better than the price suggests. One of the clearest signs that the holiday season has officially arrived at Costco is when the Häagen-Dazs peppermint bark ice cream hits the freezer aisle. And this year, it's already becoming one of the most talked about dessert deals of the month. At $10.49, it's not the cheapest item in the warehouse, but the quality and the seasonal flavor make it an undeniable favorite for anyone looking to elevate holiday desserts without spending bakery-level money. What makes this flavor stand out is its balance. Peppermint is one of those ingredients that can easily overpower everything else, but Häagen-Dazs manages to keep it refreshing without making it taste like toothpaste or candy overload. The ice cream stays creamy and rich the way Häagen-Dazs is known for, but with just enough mint to feel seasonal and uplifting. Small bits of peppermint chocolate throughout the pint add both texture and crunch, giving every scoop a festive, almost nostalgic feel, like a winter treat without being too sweet. Another reason this flavor sells quickly is because it works for multiple occasions. You can scoop it into small bowls after dinner, pair it with brownies or warm cookies for guests, use it as part of a holiday dessert bar, or just keep it in the freezer for those nights when you want something cold, comforting, and a little different from the usual vanilla or chocolate. It's the kind of dessert that instantly feels holiday ready without requiring any prep or baking. People also love that this flavor isn't overly sugary. A lot of holiday desserts are heavy, dense, or overly sweet, especially peppermint-flavored ones, but Häagen-Dazs keeps it balanced. Served cold, it has a refreshing finish that doesn't feel overwhelming, making it a great option after heavier meals. And because it's part of a seasonal release, it never lasts long. Once this batch sells through, the flavor typically disappears until next year. For anyone hosting family gatherings, holiday dinners, or small weekend get-togethers, grabbing 1 or 2 cartons now is a smart move. It's easy, festive, and feels special without requiring any extra work. And considering how quickly holiday items turn over at Costco, especially limited edition desserts, this is the kind of seasonal pickup that's worth grabbing before the shelves clear out. Another standout deal this week is the San Pellegrino glass-bottled mineral water pack, and it's one of those items that instantly elevates your dining table without costing much. Costco's pricing on the 15-bottle pack at $17.99 is noticeably better than buying them individually at regular supermarkets. And that's a big part of why shoppers grab these quickly whenever they appear. What makes this deal so appealing isn't just the price. It's the experience that comes with glass-bottled sparkling water. Compared to plastic, glass keeps the bubbles tighter, the flavor cleaner, and the overall taste much more refreshing. You don't get that faint, plasticky aftertaste you sometimes notice with bottled drinks, especially the ones that have been sitting in warm delivery trucks. With glass, the carbonation holds longer, the mineral notes stay crisp, and the whole drink feels smoother, especially when paired with meals. Pellegrino, in particular, strikes that sweet spot. Not too fizzy, not too flat, just enough bubbles to cleanse your palate, but still gentle enough to drink with richer foods. If you cook at home often, host family dinners, or simply want a nicer drink option for weekends, this pack makes it feel like you're dining at a restaurant without paying restaurant prices. The bottles themselves also add a little something extra. They look clean and polished on the table, especially during the holiday season when you're setting out nicer dishes, serving larger meals, or just trying to create a festive mood. Families often pick up multiple cases around this time because they store well, chill quickly, and pair with almost anything. Grilled foods, pasta, roasted meats, or even simple snacks. And if you drink sparkling water regularly, buying this pack at Costco saves quite a bit in the long run. A single bottle at a grocery store or cafe can cost $2 to $3 alone, meaning this case undercuts the usual price dramatically. All in all, it's a premium-feeling purchase that doesn't actually cost much. And that's exactly what makes this one of the quiet but high-value finds in the warehouse right now. If you're looking for something festive to break the routine of your usual drinks, the Poppy Cranberry Fizz Holiday Edition is one of Costco's most eye-catching seasonal picks this month. It's the kind of item shoppers grab out of curiosity, then come back for later, because it fills a very specific holiday craving: light, fruity, and just different enough to feel special. The flavor leans toward a tart cranberry base with a soft sweetness that balances out once it's chilled. It's not heavily carbonated, which makes it easier to drink for people who prefer lighter fizz instead of the sharp bite you get from traditional sodas. But because of that sweeter edge, this is definitely a drink that tastes best ice cold. Let it warm up even slightly and the flavor gets stronger, almost too sharp for some people's taste. Where it shines is convenience. With guests coming over, family visiting, or movie nights becoming more common during the colder months, having a pack of seasonal drinks ready in the fridge is a small but smart move. It gives people something fun to sip on without needing to stock a whole drink bar or make anything from scratch. The price sits at $14.99, so it's not the cheapest beverage on the shelf. But when you break it down by can, it lands in that middle range where you're paying for the seasonal flavor more than everyday practicality. It's not meant to replace your usual drinks. It's meant to add a festive touch without extra preparation. For anyone wanting to build a holiday-friendly fridge, put together a small drink selection for gatherings, or simply try something new for the season, the cranberry fizz box fits perfectly. Another item shoppers are stocking up on this week is the Jimmy Dean all-natural sausage patties, and it's easy to see why these fly out of the freezer section. On busy mornings, when you just need something fast, filling, and reliable, these patties get the job done with almost zero effort. You take 2 out, toss them into a pan, and within minutes, you've got a hot breakfast ready. No extra seasoning, no prep, and barely any cleanup. Each pair of patties comes out to around 260 calories and 10 grams of protein, which is more than enough to get most adults through a morning commute or the first half of the workday. They're seasoned well, not greasy, and they cook evenly, which is why so many families keep a bag in the freezer year-round. They're also convenient for quick breakfast sandwiches. Throw them on a biscuit, a bagel, or a slice of toasted bread, and you instantly have something more satisfying than anything you'd grab from a drive-thru. And the best part? The price. At $7.49 for a large bag, the cost per serving is extremely low, especially compared to buying individual breakfast items at the store. With grocery prices rising almost every month, having a big bag of something this quick and affordable makes mornings a lot easier. For households trying to save time, save money, or just keep a fast, dependable breakfast option on hand, these sausage patties are one of the smartest freezer staples in Costco's pre-Black Friday lineup. Another small but mighty deal getting a lot of attention this week is the Immunity Boost Shot Pack. These tiny bottles don't look like much on the shelf, but they're one of the quickest ways to add vitamins to your routine without slowing down your morning. Each shot has a sharp ginger turmeric kick, a little fruit acidity to balance it out, and just enough heat to feel like it's doing something the moment it hits your throat. At $9.99 for the full pack, each bottle comes out to around $1, far cheaper than the $3 to $5 wellness shots you'd find at other grocery stores or juice bars. They fit neatly in the fridge door, they take seconds to drink, and they're perfect for busy mornings when you want something healthy but don't have time for full meals or complicated supplements. A lot of shoppers grab a box for themselves, and another for family because these tend to disappear from shelves fast during colder months. And that really captures the theme of Costco's pre-Black Friday lineup. The best deals aren't always the biggest or most dramatic, they're the ones that make everyday life easier. Some save you time in the kitchen, some help you keep meals simple during the holidays, and some are just smart, cost-effective staples worth having on hand. If something fits your routine, this is the moment to grab it while the price is low. If not, take note and watch for future drops. Costco cycles deals constantly, and smart shoppers always stay one step ahead. If this breakdown helped you spot the real standouts in the warehouse, make sure to subscribe. More deal roundups are coming, and you won't want to miss the next wave.